Rest in place, we don't have third umpire decisions for line calls either. Ryan Milne on the eastern seaboard in Sydney and in Melbourne. What has becomes Ireland loss is Scotland's gain. And this man will be looking to cash in. Hasn't done it much against the very top sides in the world, but what a chance for him. Two left-handers to get things going.
For Australia, Riley Meredith is going to get things under. Riley Meredith hasn't played for a number of years.
Heard from Preston Mompson taking it with 4 or 5 days of rain, not yesterday, but in the days prior to that in Edinburgh.
And I think every time they play in the World Cup, there's showings in the last couple. Remember in a...
Pulled by hairs, and it's going to be the first boundary. The out wondering as to how partisan this home crowd are going to be. You've already got an indication.
We'll be very happy for Ollie Hares as well. Remarkable story.
Clothed and gets away with it. Fortune, there was almost a gasp.
Well, it is. You talk about the opportunity for Ollie Hares. Riley Meredith, his player, actually approached Cricket Scotland, asked them if they could come here.
Think about the single and they will get through single.
Just a second into
Mel, about 170 in T20I cricket. Just maybe. This goes up into the air, should be taken. Simplest of catch breakthrough. And it's Bartlett with that breakthrough. Australia on top early.
This occasion gets a massive top edge. Well taken by a count underway. So Hares departs for 6.
It's worked into the leg side. McMullen is quick between. There's definitely, I like that analogy you've made, Mel, about the two. He starts, well, pretty woefully down the leg side, and it will be 2 freebies to the total for Scotland.
Late inclusion setups. It's hard for some of these players because you've always got the big.
Nicely played, gets right on top of the bounce and head the pocket of the ground than you would think. Again, an aspect of that is the shadows that in the guard, Mel, isn't there? I was talking to Andrew McDonald before the start of play, the head coach. Edged away, going to be edged for 4.
Australia will remember Brandon McMullen very well. He scored this time. Well, it was an edge, but yeah,
I think it's Scotland or Ireland for what was a tour game. It was a bit of hit and giggle from the message that Andrew out. McMullen pulls and pulls in front of square.
Well, you saw him make that gesture previously about. He is a class player. He's Brandon.
It certainly looked.
Adia.
The biggest cheer of the day, greets the first form of his career. He really is. And a young fan has a moment to say.
George Munsey was not going to wait long before he really took the attack back.
When he gets it right, he can waste, but maybe the ball just coming onto the bat a little slower than some of the batters might have expected. Yeah, and for me, that's why it made perfect sense. I think Jack Jarvis has been in fantastic form as well, although he's still early in his career.
And the quality of the Australian side. Travis Head is arguably the form team.
That fear about when Head strides to the crease opening the batting, that will be there for Scotland. Meredith, who by all accounts has been bowling as quick as he's ever. That pitch maybe not coming on as much. It's his 6th T20I, has the one down the leg side. Now, is this a dropped chance? I think Australia might have felt as though that came off the glove. Either way, Well, maybe just as well. Josh English didn't hope it was given as leg byes. It would have been given not out. There's a man who is, well, the talk of a wobble. I was out there at Major League Cricket into its second season. He actually found himself left out. Munsey goes bang and gets a good piece of it to find the base of the pitch.
Well, you're just talking about the Australian Big Bash. Developed so much. Just the way he picks it up, the quick hands on the ground.
Oh, back to back. This one's even bigger. Goes well, so too do Scotland. That's much more like it.
He just makes it. That.
Well, tries to get enough of it, won't go all the way, but Scotland on the charge. 47 for 1. Well, just a few signs of difficulty in the first few overs. It was maybe has just put Scotland feeling as though if they can have a big team. The various ways in which he can turn Marcus Stoinis has had a really excellent of this game. Right now, Munsey is loving pace on the ball.
Well, I heard that echo from here. He has lots of the ground.
Do need to remember, Mel, don't you, that it's a very high-scoring ground. New Zealand came here for 2. Taken a brilliant catch.
Back from Sean Abbott. Munsey had just been striking. Did it again. Munsey went for it. It was only the faint edge. Hitting blows. Munsey. It's been very entertaining, but he departs and it's 50.
First man to get to that landmark in Scottish colours. 7 could be Scotland's answer to James Anderson. He might just keep going, Mel. And he's going to get off the mark in some fashion. It's always quick, the outfield. But Scotland have lost both of their openers. The power play may be honours even. It's 56 for 2.